Evan, what the fuck is that fuzzy thing on your mic? What are you holding up? Well, this is called a wind diffuser, and it diffuses wind, and it's perfect for days like this when you're on the beach. You're gonna make a dope video, and there's wind, and so it's not just like if I take it off. See what I'm saying? It's nice and smooth, at least it should be. And yes, we're recording. Alright. So today I'm going to use my wind diffuser on my mic in order to fully tell you an epiphany that I had maybe an hour, pretty much like an hour ago. And it's so prominent, so perfect, so in the moment that I felt like I should make a video immediately about it. Now I'm going to talk about and elaborate on the creative process of making videos. I don't really talk a lot in this channel about what it's like to be the producer. The fact that you're watching this video right now means that you know what it's like to be the consumer. But on the other side of this camera, you have me with this camera, the creative process, all my equipment, all my ideas, and I don't think I share enough of that. I'm going to open up a little bit today about what it's like to be the producer. I'm going to share some anecdotes. I'm going to provide a story that happened to me this morning, beautiful story, and we're going to finish it off with a very poignant and relevant epiphany that you can use in everyday life, and it's going to play out through your entire life. I'm so excited for you. I'm so excited to make this video. Let's dive right in. I have so many ideas. It's part of the creative process. Let's go.
All that I want in this life is the chance to do my thing. All that I want in this life is the chance to do my thing. I want the top. All my people right there in the back of the spot. I need the top. If you know me, you don't know me to stop. I need the top. All my people there in back of the spot. Let them get shot. Yeah.
So one thing that I don't talk about a lot, especially on this channel, I really don't talk about it with most people unless it's another videographer, and I don't really have too many of those as friends. One thing I don't talk about a lot is what it's like to make videos. People ask me, you know, how'd you get into it? Why do you do it? Do you love it? Is it a passion? Do you do it out of lust? Like, what's it all about? But I don't really talk about what's called the creative process. And the creative process is the process of you manifest ideas, feelings, thoughts, and you put them down on whatever art form, whatever medium that you create. In my case, it's video. So one thing that you don't know is that I put a lot of preparation into these videos, especially the ones where I'm talking directly to the camera like this. Now, when I first started off making videos, there was no preparation. They were pretty, what we call, spontaneous. I would just take my camera around, little fucking GoPro, and I go to different places. And the maximum amount of preparation that I ever had was, I'm gonna go to Barcelona, I'm gonna go to Budapest and make a video. It was just the location. Now I think about camera angles, what I'm gonna say, how I'm gonna say it, the energy that I bring to the table. So I'm gonna share a little anecdote and a little poignant kind of story that happened today. So for the longest time, I've been thinking about a video along the lines of alpha and beta energy. And I'm gonna make it here in Costa Rica. I know that I need to make it on Costa Rica. I know where I'm gonna film it. It's gonna be on top of a mountain, and maybe by the time that you're seeing this, it's already out. And we'll see what happens and how that video comes out. But I know that I'm gonna make that video. I've had thoughts about this video. We'll just call it the alpha beta video for simplicity's sake. I've had thoughts about this for probably 5 or 6 months. I've been drafting points that I'm gonna make, what I wanna talk about, and I've also been thinking about the energy and the experience that I wanna bring to the camera. What you don't know is that there's a lot of preparation that goes into making these videos. I mean, a lot of preparation in a macro and micro sense. Macro, I have a lot of training, I have experience, I put in work every single day to be present and better communicate to you with higher fidelity. Okay, I really do. I put a lot of effort onto that. And there's also an amount of effort where like I'm setting up cameras, I have to micromanage all my equipment, I have to make sure everything's charged, I have to worry about logistics, I have to think about, you know, the sun, the lighting, how it's gonna hit my face, what it makes my face look like. Like, if you don't know, if the sun is hitting my face directly and it's the sun and it's up, my face looks more angular. If light is hitting my face from the side or side angle, or from down, or from below, I'm sorry, it makes my face look a little bit wider. And also with this lens, it kind of makes my face look a little bit wider because you're closer, I'm closer with this lens, and the closer that you get, the more wide my face looks because you're looking at it and you can only go so far. If you have more distance going back, you can get more angles in my face, and you'll see that in other videos where you can be like, I haven't gained some weight, oh wait, I haven't lost some weight. Like, I'll show a couple clips right here. Now, these are just things that we think about as videographers. And so one thing that I was thinking about, actually there's a lot of things that I was thinking about, was about the alpha beta video. And I was thinking about when I'm gonna shoot it, how I'm gonna do it, where it's gonna happen, when I should do it, when would be the best time and place to do it. And there's so many variables that come into it because I love the content that I'm gonna bring to you in that video. That video is going to be fucking amazing. And so I was thinking about it, and I was having all these ideas, and I was like, shit, I gotta write these ideas down. If I don't write these ideas down, then I'm gonna forget them, and blah, blah, blah. And all this shit was coming up about this video. Now, on one hand, yes, it's nice to make a video that's really prepped out, but also I love integrating a bit of flair and spontaneity into it. The spontaneity and just whatever happens, happens is a beautiful and wonderful thing to witness and also to experience as the creator itself. So this morning I woke up, I drank some water, and I was just immediately thinking about the alpha beta video because I know that I need to shoot it here. I know that I need to take it in Costa Rica on the top of that fucking mountain, and it's gonna be a fucking amazing video. But I need to have the right vibe. I need to bring the right energy. I need to be in the right headspace, okay? I need to have gotten sleep. Do I bring another cameraman to get a third angle? Do I bring the drone to get a third angle? Do I get aerials and drone footage? All this shit. I have made videos. I have climbed to the tops of mountains before. I've trekked 5 fucking hours to make a video only to realize that I wasn't happy with the outcome. In Lugano, I hiked to Mount Bolia. This is called Monte Bolia, which means the bowl, the Mount Bowl. Okay, if you know the first shot in my intro where it's like, all that I want in this life is the chance to do my thing. That first shot on top of Lugano, you will not see in any other video because I've never published a video with that shot before. Because I never published that fucking video. Okay, when you see that time lapse and behind me is all these lakes, these Swiss Alps and lakes and shit, that's where I used to live. You will never see that video. Another video that I made that I wasn't happy with was when I went to fucking the Red Rocks outside of Vegas. The only time that I ever left Vegas and made like a dope video on some beautiful mountain, I never published that video. It was about the beauty and power of listening, and I ended up re-recording it on my balcony because I wasn't happy with the way that it turned out. So I'm very, very in tune and aligned with the experience that you're having right now, because there have been multiple videos that I haven't even released because I thought that they weren't up to par with what you should experience and the level of value that I should give to the camera, okay? So there's a good amount of thought going into these videos. Now, I woke up this morning and I was like, should I make the alpha beta video? And I was thinking, I'm not sure, whatever. I step outside and I pick up a $5,000 Cologne bill. Okay, this is what it looks like. It's got this beautiful monkey on the back. 5,000. This is about $10, 10 US dollars. I'm just going outside, stretching, getting some vitamin D. Gonna go meditate in like 2 minutes. Just the normal running routine. Get out. Oh shit. That's a 5,000 Cologne bill. And then I put it in my pocket. I'm like, oh, cool. And I asked this guy. Actually, this guy walked by, and he was like, I was like, is this your 5,000 Cologne? Did you drop this? He's like, no, but you just got beer for the night. And I was like, oh, sick. And I put it in my pocket. Then I picked up a little bit of trash, put it away that I saw, and that was the end of it. But then I started thinking, do I really want to buy beer with it? No, I'm not gonna buy fucking beer. Who the fuck buy? Well, people buy beer, but I'm not that person. I don't drink, so that doesn't make any sense. But what am I gonna spend it on? Am I gonna spend it on those plantain chips that I found yesterday that are high in carbs but also high in dietary fiber, and therefore won't, you know, massively increase my insulin levels and glycemic index? Will I spend it on some chicken later, or am I gonna buy that new cheesy chocolate dip that I saw at the vegan place? Oh, like, all this shit is covered, like this stupidest stuff. Oh, maybe this makes up for the shitty spending that I did last week, and I bought some stupid stuff, and those poor purchases that I made, and Will this affect my daily, like, all this retarded thinking. Now, it's not retarded in the sense that it's stupid and it's illogical, but it's retarded in the sense that who the fuck cares? I'm gonna explain why it's retarded, actually. You'll see that. That's actually the point of this video. And I don't mean to use the R word. I know some people are, fuck you. That was retarded thinking. All right, we're gonna get to it later. So, I go to sit down to meditate, and I have an okay meditation session, and all these thoughts pop up about the alpha beta video. And so I get up, do my thing, stretch out, do a bit of meta meditation, which is when you wish everybody loving kindness and compassion, everybody to feel your compassionate love, and everybody, may all beings be happy. Do that, and then I wrote down my thankfulness. And I wrote down my thankfulness, I wrote out some thoughts, wrote out some emotions I was feeling, I was thankful for this, blah, blah, blah. And then I said it to myself in the mirror. And as I was reading down my thankfulness, I had this big ass fucking epiphany. Because while I was writing down my thankfulness, this is the power of writing down your thankfulness, and this is why I advocate it so much. There was one thing that I wrote down. Well, there's a lot of things, but one thing in particular. It was, I'm thankful for the thoughts and ideas that I've been having about the alpha beta video. Yes, they kind of get in the way and they clutter up my headspace. You know, they make it harder to really get into my body, really stay present. You know, there's these thoughts coming around, but at the same time, it's nice to have these thoughts because it shows that you're fucking alive, and it shows that you do have a bit of creativity within you. You get what I'm saying? And eventually I will be able to use those thoughts and implement them into a nice video, even though they might be getting in the way of my meditation right now, okay? So it's nice to acknowledge the thoughts for what they are, use them appropriately, use them to your advantage, but also put them in their category and stay present and meditate and go deep. So I was like, yeah, I'm thankful for these thoughts. I'm glad that I'm even having these thoughts. It's something nice that I need to deal with, and blah, blah, blah. So I realized that. And then I thought about the $5,000 bill. And what I realized is that a $5,000 bill appearing out of nowhere, from nobody, there's no direct giver, me picking it up and taking it into my possession and being able to use that $5,000 bill at my discretion is the same exact thing as a thought or idea popping into my head. The thoughts and ideas are not necessarily mine. The thoughts and ideas that you have are not necessarily yours. The money that you have is not necessarily yours. The $5,000 bill that I picked up was not necessarily mine. I picked up that $5,000 bill and immediately I got attached because I was thinking about how I'm going to best spend it, and here's the key, the expectations that I had for that $5,000 bill. 2 seconds before that, I wasn't thinking about a $5,000 bill. I wasn't being miserable and anxious about how I'm going to spend it, how I'm best going to spend it, how I'm best going to utilize it. Wasn't thinking about any of that. No thoughts coming in about that. But the second that I pick up $5K, I start thinking, and I get that anxiety. All right, it's not an overwhelming amount of anxiety, but there's some subtle anxiety. How am I best going to spend this? Where am I going to spend this? What does this do for me? What does this allow me to buy now that I couldn't do before? Okay? The same thing happens with thoughts, especially among the creative process, but it also relates to the broader perspective of life. When a thought comes into my head that I love, that I think is amazing, I'm like, fuck, I need to get this down on paper. The fact that you can't get it down on paper, the fact that you can't get it out fast enough, the fact that I can't do something with that thought and take immediate action on it is nagging at me. I can't find a pen, I don't have access to paper. All of a sudden I'm like, shit, and here's what happens. I have fear, and you might have fear as well, that you're gonna forget about the thought. That the thought is not gonna be in your possession anymore. It's momentarily in our possession, it comes up. You're the vessel for which this thought comes up, this idea. But then there's also the chance that it leaves you and you forget about it. And you start getting worried that you're gonna forget about it. It happens to me, and I know that it happens to you too. Now, you just had an awesome thought come in, but now you're fucking miserable. I just had an amazing idea for video, a shot that I'm gonna make, an idea that I'm going to portray to you and convey to you that's going to truly not only help my life, but also help yours. It comes into my brain, and all of a sudden, I'm like, fuck, I need to make this video now. I got all the emotions flying, I got the fucking thoughts going, I know what I'm gonna say, it's gonna be on point, and I gotta write this down before I fucking forget about it. If I don't write this down, then blah, blah, blah. And all of a sudden, I become attached. And if that thought leaves me, then I am less off. I am worse than before it came. How fucking crazy is that? How fucking crazy is that? I pick up a $5,000 bill, and I get a little bit richer, and then I become a little bit more miserable. That's fucking nuts. And this is only 5,000 colognes. This is 5,000 colognes. This is 10 US dollars. As beautiful as the money is, it's only 10 bucks, right? 10 bucks. Imagine if there was 5,000 US dollars. Now, it's not like going to a fucking movie and realizing that fucking Darth Vader is Luke Skywalker's father. I mean, that's a mind fuck. That's a mind blowing. But also, picking up a $5,000 bill, realizing the creative journey, having all these awareness is fucking blowing my mind. I don't know if it's blowing your mind, but it's blowing my fucking mind right now. Here's the real thing that I took away from it. I'm gonna balance this with another anecdote and a little story that I have that you don't know about the creative process, about making these videos, that's gonna help me convey my point. Okay? What I've been coming to terms with lately is that I am not going to be able to make all the videos that I want to make. I'm not going to be able to shoot all the shots that I want, to get all the shots that I want, to have the right timing. I'm not going to be able to travel to the correct places, all the places that I want to travel to make the dopest videos and give you the best content possible. I'm not going to be able to do that. One, and this is the main reason, I'm going to die someday. Whole other video on death. I could write down all the thoughts that are coming through my head right now about death, but I'm gonna let them be. If they come up once, they'll come again. And I'm not more miserable now that I thought about a video about death. I'm gonna die someday. I have a limited amount of time, I have a limited amount of energy, but I have seemingly a limited amount of thoughts and ideas. They keep coming, keep fucking coming. I'm not gonna get to everything that I wanna get to. What does this make me realize? What does this make me understand, and how do I now live my life and you live your life in a more succinct way? You do it out of love. And love knows no expectations. As cliche as that sounds, love knows no expectations. Love is that guiding star. Love is the North Star in the creative process. That's what you got to take away. That's what I'm taking away from it. Is that I haven't had a lot of expectation thus far. And that's been kind of the fuel that I've been using to create the content that I have, and it will be in the future. And that looking at this as a full journey, looking down the road, love is going to be that guiding star. And it's going to make me aware and allow me to be aware of the fact that I'm not going to get to everything, and that I need to do my acts out of love. And if I'm not doing them out of love, if I'm not putting in the time and energy to make videos out of love, then I'm not actually making the videos. And what's been happening, and what was happening with the alpha beta video, which I'm realizing exactly right now as I'm talking to you, is that I was doing that with expectation. And therefore, the video that I would create about alpha beta would not be out of love. Now, as cliche, and there's probably a lot of guys out there probably saying, oh, that's fucking gay, dude. And I probably would have said that a couple years ago. I would say that if I wasn't behind the fucking camera right now making this, or in front of the camera making this video. But that video would not have been done out of love. I would have some expectation for doing that video. And then, think about the ideas that we have. The cool thing about the creative process, at least in my part, is that by being aware and noticing my creative process and my journey, the thoughts that I have and the way that I'm navigating down the creative path, By looking and reflecting upon that, I can see shit that pops up in other areas of my life and then revert it back to you and allow you to experience the same amount of awareness. So one thing that I've noticed is that I was getting some sort of expectation towards the video that I'm going to create, because I know it's going to be dope. I know where I'm going to film it. I know what the light's going to be. I know what time of fucking day I'm going to do it. And I have all these thoughts about what the video is going to be about, all the nuance points I'm going to make, all the key fucking factors, key fucking nuggets of wisdom, that dripping gold that's going to really ignite your life big time, because it's really helped me. I'm thinking about those things. Those thoughts come up in my head, and guess what? It's going to happen for you too. There's a bit of expectation that gets created. There's a bit of expectation that gets created. And that expectation prevents me from doing it out of love. If I have some sort of expectation with these videos, I'm not really doing it. And that goes for more than just making videos. That goes for everything in life. That goes for the relationships that I have with other people. That goes for the relationships that you have with other people. That goes for the time and energy that you put in to yourself and the time and energy that you invest in other people. It goes for fucking everything. It goes for the vacation that you're about to take, let's just say to Tamarindo. You could come to Tamarindo, and I see a lot of people here, a lot of fucking gringos here who are obviously on vacation, and they have certain expectations about what their experience in Tamarindo is going to be like on vacation. They're not coming here just to come here. They're coming here to get something out of it. Whether it be relaxation, they're going to have some great drinks, there's some food that they want to try, they want to have amazing sex on the beach, they want to stay at a specific hotel that's 5 stars, they want to do this, they want to do that. And if that doesn't happen, then they become miserable. Now, I can get into a little bit of woo-woo, pseudoscience sort of meditation thing. Actually, I'll do it right now. Just, if you're not into this, you're more into scientific type A thinking, just honor this and think about this as just a thought experiment. A thought comes into my head about a shot that I want to make. A thought comes into my head about the ice cream that I want to taste. The thought comes into my head about the girl that I want to be with, a girl that I like to meet. A thought comes into your head about the vacation that you want to take. A thought comes into your head about the camera, the new Osmo Pocket that you want to buy. Okay? A thought comes into your head, and a craving and expectation happen immediately. In meditation, in Vipassana meditation, and actually in Buddhism, in general Buddhism, everybody's carrying around an amount of misery. That misery stems from cravings and aversions, and/or aversions. When you think about the ice cream that you want to taste, you're creating some sort of expectation. Simultaneously, you're creating some sort of craving. You're craving that ice cream. And the fact that you don't have that ice cream right now diminishes your experience in this moment. You're craving something in the future or averting something that happened in the past. Maybe averting something that happens in the future. You're like, fuck, I have to do this. Fuck, I have to go to Cameroon. Fuck, I have to go on the beach. Fuck, I have to make this video. Fuck, I'm getting a little bit anxious about it. Okay? Just stick with me. You're not able to live in the moment. In the moment, as Eckhart Tolle would say, you are liberated. I am liberated. We are liberated as humans in the moment. There's nothing that's actually nagging you right now. There's nothing. That craving is only existing in between these 2 ears. And it's taken away from the moment right now. That expectation will guard you and prevent you from actually enjoying that ice cream. Because if it lives up to expectations, then it's like, oh, it lived up to expectations. It was a mint chocolate chip, it was in a cone, it was in a waffle cone. All right, it was pretty good. It's pretty good. And then, if it doesn't live up to expectations, then it's like, fuck, the shit was wasn't that good. Wasn't that good. And then you look at that time as wasted. What else could you have been doing with that time? You could have been making a dope video on a dope beach with some dope people, with some dope wind, with a dope wind protector, diffuser. If it exceeded expectations, and it satiated your cravings, then it just ups the bar for the next expectation. It blows your mind, and then you're craving that higher expectation the next time, and everything else that doesn't meet that, you'll be miserable about. And you'll be miserable up until that. Meditation allows you to enjoy things for what they are. It allows me to embrace the creative process and my content as it is. And that's why it's such a wonderful, wonderful technique and daily practice to implement every single day. That's where the real magic comes out. Every single day, daily practice. Now, the cool thing about meditation, actually, one of the cool things about meditation is that it gives you the experience. You experientially vaporize your attachments and your expectations. Now, I could tell you, what I mean by that is that I could tell you, don't have expectations for the ice cream that you're about to eat. Don't have expectations for the sleep that you're going to get tonight. Don't have expectations for the woman or man that you're going to marry, okay? Don't have expectations for X. And you can intellectually and logically understand, okay, I shouldn't have expectations. Expectations don't make any sense. They're going to make me miserable, okay? You can intellectually experience that. It's really easy. I can do that too. We all can. But to actually let those expectations diminish and atrophy and vaporize, to actually remove those, you need to go through an experiential understanding. And that's what meditation is. It's a technique that actually allows you to experientially diminish those expectations. Logically, yeah, you can understand that I shouldn't have expectations about what I'm going to do later today, but then thoughts, emotions, you start feeling expectations. You start thinking and have ideas about the expectations that are going to happen later today. Meditation allows those to diminish, to settle, and fucking vaporize. And that's what's so wonderful about it. That's one of the many things that meditation has given me in my time meditating, along my meditative journey, along my, let's call it spiritual journey. It's one of the benefits that it's given me. Now, meditation has been the number one thing that I've ever done with my life. I've done a lot of cool shit. I've been to a lot of cool places. I've met a lot of cool people. I've bought a lot of cool shit, okay? I've done some cool stuff. I've had some really cool experiences externally. But there's not been one thing in my life that has benefited me in a more significant way than meditation. And that's why my whole channel, my whole essence, my purpose in life is to further perpetuate the number one thing that has benefited my life. And that is meditation. My purpose in life is to perpetuate meditation throughout the world in the best way that I possibly can. And do it out of love. And meditation, simultaneously, another thing that allows you to do is cultivate love. Love is a skill. Love can be cultivated. Meditation is one of the things that allows you to love better. Love better with meditation. I love you. I make these videos because I meditate. I make these videos out of love, with no expectation. If I had expectation, I would not be making these videos to this day. Okay? I would not be looking at you. I would not have that fucking camera right there. That camera would 100% not exist. I might still have this. I really don't know. That camera, 100%. B-roll takes on a whole new level of complexity. Okay? It's awesome. It shows you behind the scenes. It shows you where I am. It gives you a different perspective and allows me to make cuts a lot easier, actually. But I would not go all the work to have two cameras. I would not go all the work to put in thousands of hours both in front and behind the camera. I would not put in all the time, effort, money to make these fucking videos if I didn't have it and I didn't do it out of love. If I had it with expectation, I don't get that much kickback. Nothing financial. I don't get that much attention. I don't get that many views. I don't get that many subscribers, especially for the amount of work that I put in. It doesn't make any sense. Love doesn't make any sense. Love doesn't know expectation. Love is not a transaction. It doesn't make any fucking sense. I love you no matter what. I love you. Period. I love you dearly. I do. I thank you dearly. I thank you for giving me my time. I thank you for giving me your time. I thank you for listening. I thank you for being with me so far, in this moment right now. And I thank you if you have been experiencing the journey along with me. And if you subscribe, if you like, you'll help me out a little bit. It's fucking wonderful. If you don't, I still love you. Guess what? I still love you if you don't like and subscribe and share this shit. Now, if you do, I still love you. If you don't, I still love you. And I'm still gonna make videos, and I'm still gonna do what I love, which is making videos and benefiting people in the same magnanimous way that I've benefited myself from others. Reciprocity. Give, then receive. Thank you so much. Enjoy your day. Maybe take on a creative process of your own. Love without expectations. The way to do that is meditation. I could tell you, yeah, don't have expectations, but you're still gonna have them. It's fucking being human. It's evolutionary psychology, and it actually keeps us alive. But that's a whole other video. I'm gonna make it at some point. I'm gonna make it with love. But for now, I'm gonna say goodbye with love. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Peace out. Meditate. Pura vida.